Hi guys, for those of you that I haven't had the opportunity to meet yet, my name is Sharon and I'm the owner here at BB Wax Worx, Bumblebee Wax Worx, and I wanted to come and give you some information on some candles. I've had some questions about the Wick candles, how they burn, how to get them to light, and so I thought I would do a quick video for you and just show you some tips and tricks on how to make your candles burn perfectly and get the best out of them. So I'm going to put the camera down so that you can see. I've got some candles here. This candle has been burning for about an hour or so. You can see that it's got a beautiful flame. It's got a nice melt pool, and if you can hear it, I'm not sure if you can, but the beautiful crackle as well. So the first thing I want to show you is how to light your candle. The best way that I have found is make sure that you get a stick lighter like this. You tilt your candle, and right where the wax meets the wick, you want to go ahead and light there. Tilting it and allowing it to kind of draw across the wick is going to help get that burning initially. So you might get a little bit of an excess flame there when you first light it. Let that burn down. Once it hits the wax and the wax is able to draw up into the wick, you're going to get a nice burn. Sometimes it can take a few tries to get your candle to light. Don't give up. Just keep trying. It'll probably go out, but that's okay. Just tilt it again. Give it a good light. You may have to do it a couple of times to get it to stay lit, but it's worth it. The wax is actually what fuels your wick to burn. So once that wax is able to get up into the wick and draw up into the top there, you're going to get a really nice burn. Again, if it takes a few tries, don't worry, don't freak out. Just go ahead and try again until you get a really good burn on there. The wick length is also really important. So if it's too long, that wax will not be able to get up into the wick and it won't burn. If it's too short, your wick is going to get snuffed out by the excess wax that is there. It's basically going to kind of drown it out. So your wick length is important. I do not trim the wicks too low when I sell them to give you some room to work with in case you need a little extra room to get it lit. Again, just don't give up if it doesn't burn the very first time that you light it. As you can see, I had to do it a couple of times, but now it's starting to burn really, really nicely. Okay, so once it's lit, go ahead and allow it to burn for a good 2 to 3 hours. Make sure you have enough time to let it do that. That's going to create a beautiful melt pool. That's going to give you a melt pool that should extend from edge to edge. I don't know if you can see that it goes all the way around. A beautiful melt pool. And then that's going to train your wax how to burn, how to melt each time. Once you get that really good melt pool and give it a good burn, it should do that each and every time. It's going to help keep it burning longer. It's going to help it smell great and keep it really healthy candle for you. If you do not have enough time to let it burn for a good 2 or 3 hours to get started, just wait, because it'll be worth it in the long run. If you do have a good melt pool and you do a couple of really short burns in the meantime, every now and then just give it a good long burn to help retrain that wax how to melt and the wick how to burn. If you don't do this, a lot of times you can get some tunneling. That means that the wax just around the wick will burn down, but the rest of it will stay where it's at. It's not the end of the world. That can be fixed. It's just not optimal. It's not what we want to see in a perfectly burning candle. So if that does happen, reach out to me and I can help you get that fixed. One way that you can help do that yourself is if it begins to, when you first light it and it begins to tunnel down the center, blow it out, wait till it's cooled off just a little bit, and take a tissue or a napkin, something, paper towel, and just kind of absorb the wax that has melted around the wick. Get rid of that and then relight it, and that will give the wick a little bit more room to burn. If that doesn't work and you still experience a lot of tunneling, again, just reach out to me and I can help you get that fixed. Again, so the initial burn is one of the most important things. Just make sure you do that. Make sure your wax is burning all the way to the edges of your candle, and you should be good to go there. Once you've created that really good melt pool, and your wick has been trained how to burn, you should not have any issues from there. You should get that beautiful scent and flame and the wonderful crackling sound that you get from the wood wicks. That's what makes them so awesome. So once you have let your candle burn for the initial 2 hours or whenever you've burned it, you are going to find that the next time you go to light it, once you've blown it out, you're going to get some char that's going to accumulate at the top of the candle there. Before you light it the second time, you want to go ahead and get rid of that char. You can take a tissue, a napkin, a paper towel or something and take care of that. If you have too much char, you're going to find that your candle's not going to want to light the next time. You may get some sooting. It's just not going to be an optimal burn. So I just take a little tissue and just gently remove the excess char from the top of the candle. I don't cut it because I don't want to take any chances and risk cutting it too short and not allowing it to light the next time. So again, you just take it, tilt it, allow the flame to melt along there, and you should have no problem lighting it the second time. If you follow these instructions, you should have a perfectly burning candle, great ambiance, and it's going to be the best life that you're going to get out of your candle. If you have any issues, again, please reach out to me and I can go ahead and help you rectify whatever issues that you're having. But in order to keep it soot-free and tunnel-free, just try to do your best when you're lighting it the first time. Give it that initial burn, and everything should be good to go from there. Like I said, sometimes you're going to have a really good peak flame. Sometimes you'll have just a little bit of a smaller flame. Sometimes it'll look like it's just barely lit on the very tip of the wick, and that's okay. The flames are going to vary from time to time. As long as it's burning and creating that good melt pool, you should be good to go. Sometimes it'll take a little bit of patience to get it to a really good size flame, but it'll be worth it in the end. The wood wick candles are amazing, definitely my favorite. And again, if you have any questions or you need anything from me, just reach out, let me know. My phone number, 419-705-3889, and of course you can come in anytime. Thanks so much.